Welcome back to Rising Star 2. It's episode number 5. I wanted to fix our last not so good relationship between band members, and that's Maggie and Desmond. The problem? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Desmond is empathetic. Maggie's apathetic. They have opposite attitudes. And right now, apathy is out. And not only is empathy in, but I am also empathetic. So between having more than one band member with the flip side of that one, it's obvious that apathy for Maggie needs to go. Now, in what to replace it with, well, actually that ends up being pretty easy because Enrico, socialism. Desmond, socialism. Mackenzie, socialism. 3 other band members, all are socialist. So we're going to switch apathy for socialism for Maggie. And that should take care of the rest of any conflict we might actually have as a band. And it most certainly does. In fact, it made bonds stronger with most. And we're looking great for the most part. It's very, very good. There's still a slight, meh with Mackenzie on a couple. She very much was the mind of her own, but we are gelled as a band, ready to move forward. And what we need to move forward with, as we talked about before, is we need a couple songs so we can start playing at the smallest venues. Yeah, play skills up to 60. We still have a little more time on that, but our biggest problem is not that we can't develop the ideas, that we can't come up with enough ideas to develop to make good songs. And that is the difficulty level that we're playing on. You get fewer ideas. So we're working with a smaller set. We're going to have to be more creative on getting those. And I'm going to have to get out of my own box to get those, as you'll see here pretty soon. But let's take a look at the city guide. There is a show on Tuesday. We need to go see it. And Thursday. And then, of course, Friday and Saturday. So we're going to be active on the show scene to generate some ideas. But what about those side jobs? Well, we very much do have some options right now. So we're going to head past the park that we busk at all the time and head to a new location that we haven't been to before. And that is the hospital. The entrance, it's on the back corner as you enter town. There we go. There's a help wanted here. Now, before Enrico got sick and it took us a couple days of rest to get him back to full health, we could have brought him here to the hospital, spent money, and had him treated on the spot and gotten that health back up. At the time, I really was not into the idea of spending money, but that is an option for us. But they need some help. They're going to pay us $400 to do something. It's not what it looks like, but I can't give you details. Bring this medication. I swear it's legit. It's just personal. What? He sent you? Oh crap. You didn't look in the bag, did you? Never mind. Just forget about this, okay? Things? Oh! It's a garage. We can get a paint job on the van. Nice. For roughly $3,000 if we were to put a Dragon paint job on there. Let's not spend all of our money on something when we're just getting started. Alright, job complete. 200 XP collected. That's a good day for us. And we now have a show to get to, don't we? Oh, no, Tuesday, tomorrow. Okay. Oh, we got a birthday. It's Enrico's birthday today. For one, he gained a $500 gift for his birthday. Probably from mom and dad, right? And we're going to get triple experience today. Alright, so we head into the Shave and Oil to pick up a job for the day.
Good to see you. You got some
Reputation
horse
up to
sense about
15
you.
here.
You'll
Nice.
make it in show business.
There we go, 300 bucks. Okay, so we've got some VIPs spread out around. We need to go pick them up. That's easy enough. There's 4 of them.
Hi there. Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for the ride.
Hey, I appreciate the ride.
Let's hit it.
Alright, that is everybody dealt with there. Supposed to be triple XP, we got 150. That's the second time that that's happened to me, where the job I've taken on the day of a triple experience has been the job that provides less experience than normal. I'm still getting used to the system. I'll learn. I will learn, and I'll know to avoid that job in future triple XP kind of days. Before we get into running practice for the day, though, there's something else that I was wanting to do. And yeah, we just checked Dolph's Garage there a second ago, but there's other places like this, photography. I've been given a tip and I want to check on it. Oh no, this is not what I was looking for. Okay, we're gonna try here instead. Yasmin's art gallery. So it's my understanding that purchasing a piece of art makes it available for you to place on your walls in your house, giving it a little style, making it a more welcoming space. But also you're going to gain XP from doing so, and being that we are on a triple day, we're going to get triple XP for anything that we gain, which apparently it's a dollar for dollar amount. So if I spend 500, normally I'll get 500 XP. If I spend 1,000 today, I'm going to get 3,000. So we're going to take a look at some of what's out here. Nice Taylor Hawkins there. But before we pick up an individual, let's go for this glowing guitar. We'll see if this pays off, because that is 1,000 bucks. And yes, 3,000 XP and new song ideas. Oh, I love it. That was great. And with that, we have our first piece of wall art, and let's go ahead and get some practice in for the day. There was some new ideas though, so let's see if we can develop anything. Nobody leveled up, but there was inspiration, but it looks like none of the new ideas are mergeable. Man, we are having a hard time with this. So another day of practice it is. We're up to 72. Enrico has now leveled up, and we did get that triple XP for the day. That is also the end of the day, and that was Enrico's birthday. So what a day to celebrate his birthday by leveling up. Writing lyrics, absolutely put a couple points into that, and we'll put 1 into playing and 1 into stage presence. All right, we need to pick up an item and bring it back. 300 bucks for that. Should be an easy enough job, except for that it's on the opposite side. Let's go. Just try forward. While we are here, drum heads are still good. Guitar strings, we do have backup. Bass strings, we do have backup. And yeah, we're fine. Okay. No repairs necessary. We got what we needed. And we are going to return to complete the job. It is a Tuesday, so we do have a show tonight. So we'll be heading there after this. And being that it's a pretty small town, I'm starting to get the hang of where everything is. 300, 200 XP. We'll see if I've got the lay of the land here well enough. City Theater? Yeah, right there. Right where I thought it was. Condemned Spaces playing tonight at the City Theater. These shows are more expensive, but we need the ideas, so we gotta keep spending money. 6 new song ideas, 200 XP as well. Added bonus, right? And really, the cost isn't that bad. We made 300 bucks today. Still come out profitable. Well, now we can develop ideas again. Is it going to do anything for us, though? Oh, there is. There is. A couple rhythms to merge down. Giving us a couple more 6s. or one more 6, that is. And I did see some lyrics ready. Oh, nice, got the jump. There's another 15 on the lyrics. And again, Enrico's getting a lot of jumps, as he just did again. And there's another Liberty. It'll take tomorrow to get that one done, as we're down to 17, but that'll push on. Enrico's level up was kind of the primary on what we ended up getting, so that's what we're dealing with at the moment. Nice, another 3 to 10 jump. And we're up to 78 on the 4 songs. I would feel comfortable walking into a venue at this skill level in the short term, not the long term, but to get us going. But we still need 2 more songs, and we need to get them up to about this level. So definitely at least another week, but we've got to be getting close. The big thing is to watch out for that city guide and the concerts. Tomorrow night is the next show. So for today, we've got 2 more jobs on the town to do. $300, something to do with tattoos. Well, this is an incredibly easy job. It was right around the corner. And it was really only a block over to begin with. That's one of the advantages of having a small town, right? Disadvantage is there's so much less happening in the small town, adding to the difficulty, which is what I was going for the playthrough. We pick up the 200 XP nonetheless. The big thing, though, is, it limits your options. But the advantage, everything's close together. You're definitely not traveling as far to make things happen. And I certainly appreciate that. No new ideas today, though, so just practice into the 80s on our play skill for these guys. And we've got another Beatles performance on Ed Sullivan. I've certainly seen that performance a time or 3. Triple XP, so we'll get after it. We'll probably even spend money on some additional art just because of how huge the XP gain was for that. Now, we only had 1 job left. Devin's printing will do it. I mean, we know what Busking's going to provide us. I'm not going to take my chances on that. The XP matters more than the cash. So, we're going to go Busk instead. There you go, 600 XP. Much, much better. And we're going to head to the art studio. They say art is an investment. At least that's what rich people say, because, they'll often just jack up the price and sell it for more than what it's actually worth. But we do have a few new pieces hanging on the walls. Gorillas. Taylor, 20k. We do not have 20k. Nope. No, we do not. So Taylor Hawkins it is. The late Taylor Hawkins of Foo Fighters, and Desmond and DG have both leveled up. That huge XP gain, making a massive difference for us. So 1.4 production is all I'm going to get right now. We're going to put 2 into writing music and 1 into stage presence. We've got to get things going, right? So that's going to do it. And then Desmond, we need, he's supposed to be on writing lyrics too, but he's a little bit behind. So 2 points there, and then 1 for each of these guys. And then we have another midweek show to go attend at the City Theater. At least I think it is. Yes, it is. Massive Mists. It's a lot of S's. Lots of new song ideas. 7 in all from the group. That's good. That is very
I can
good.
feel the magic
Double
in
level
the
up
air tonight.
and a show
You're
that
with
brought us
Shady
7 new
O'Grady.
ideas.
Listening to the
I
sounds
can't wait to try to merge these down. Plus, we already had one other bigger merge item. And then we're heading right into the Friday, Saturday. Sunday, or later Saturday night, is where we're going to go ahead and write our next song. Oh, something I forgot to do on our last event, birthday day, on Enrico's birthday, is we did not try to repair anything. Let's go ahead and do some repairs and make sure we're not running out of things, because we're still going to have work to do today, and we're fine. We are totally fine. Let's go ahead and use the Grandpa's drum kit. It's definitely low on condition, but it didn't run out. No successes today, but everybody gets, I think we probably averaged about 500 XP per band member. Okay, let's develop some ideas. And we do have some good ones, like a difficulty 18 riff. Nice. Mackenzie with a couple difficult riff ideas, but just in the infancy stage. Desmond picking up some quality rhythm. We're definitely picking up the difficulty quality now. Whoa. We've got a rhythm 10 with difficulty 18. That is going to be a huge addition to our next song, and will be kind of a central piece to it. And this is definitely going to blend into a second day, because I can't combine those 10s right now. But I can definitely combine these 1s. Again, a pair of 10s. Love it. We used all of our points today. Melody is hurting a little bit though. Right? 3 6s is all we have for melody. Rhythm has the 110 and about 7 or 8 6s. Riffs are the other one that's hurting. We have 4 6s in that department. But today we're not writing. Today we are practicing. We are nearing perfection on our ability to play these songs without error. Anna Dare from Oranges Without Structure is calling and asking about a gig. This is going to depend on timing. This is all about timing. February 17th. It is a week. It's a week out, folks. Flat pay amount is $183. We've got to play 6 songs. You know what? For the pay, we're going to take it. Venue is $700. We are not ready. You're not ready. But I'm going to say yes. I am going to say yes to this one. Folks, this is hard deadline now. We got a gig in a week. And amazingly, 2 of our songs just maxed out. Scott calling again, plates in the reaction tonight. No, we come watch them. Yes, we will go check out that show for tonight. We still need ideas. We still have 2 nights of shows before we write those last 2 songs, and then we're only going to be practicing those 2 songs. 2 of our songs just maxed out on play skill. They can't get to 100, and that's because the difficulty is high and our play skill is only so high, so we can only get so good at playing these songs. We'll get the other 2 maxed out tonight, seemingly. They'll get more than 6 points when we're only practicing 2, and then we will be writing 2 new songs and be practicing those all week, getting ready. It's gonna be tough. We do not have much time till that first gig. Those last 2 songs are going to be a little iffy, but we know at least quality is going to be there for one of them. Okay, Devin's printing the last job, so that's right next door. Pop in, do this job. We need to start selling merch when we start doing shows. We're okay. We can design a shirt, design a gig banner for when we start having gigs. We can hold off just a little bit. Speaking of gig banner, right, if it's going to have the band name on it, we need to establish a band name. And I did have a handful of ideas that came out of the first episode when I was asking about providing a band name. But nothing necessarily jumped out at me personally. I need to go back and check if there were likes on any of those that made them jump out more to you. For now, a future band name is still uncertain, and at least for the moment, we will still be DG Rocks. But we've got a help wanted. $500. Love that. Okay. And we need it within 3 minutes. Easy. We're going to go straight ahead for the verse. Alright. I got my route figured out. We're going to get one here. We're going to loop around this way to get the last one, because we've got the return portion of the job. And it's so much easier to continue forward than it is to turn around. As we pass our house, we're back in less than a minute. And we get our 200 XP. And $500 this time. Good day. Very good day. With our job completed, we have a show to go to for the night. Right back to where we were, essentially. Now, we are into a new month, and it's going to be important to know what's coming up. Instrumental. So, instrumental is an idea that's going to be out there, but it's never the only idea. There's always more with it, and I think instrumental is inherently weaker than all the other song designs, because you're always going to lose a quarter of your quality, and at least for right now, Enrico is providing our highest quality boost, because his lyrics writing is above everybody else's music writing. So with the boost he's providing us going instrumental, which is essentially just removing lyrics and removing that 1/4 of your quality, and in our case probably more like a third of our quality, we're making ourselves inherently weaker, and therefore I will just simply act like instrumental doesn't exist, good or bad. We'll always use lyrics. We will always use lyrics in this one, and then just aim for whatever else is available as a target. Empathy will still be a thing next week. History will be a thing, okay? I have plenty of ideas involving that one, so there you go. The Puzzled Circle are the headliners. Has one new song idea. Certainly was hoping for a little bit more than that. Regardless, we still pick up 200 XP each. There's our plates in the reaction who invited us to it, to the show. We get the positive with the bands, we get +4 with the bar and grill, and spend a little bit of money. But song ideas are song ideas, and we're now one day away from writing our next song. So we do have a number of 10s that are ready to condense down lyrics-wise. Now we have a couple. We have a couple 15s that'll combine. Let's take the 10s today. So we've got a couple 3s and then those couple of 15s for tomorrow. So we already have carryover, which is going to make it hard to have everything ready for the first songwriting day, but I think we have enough points in there to write a quality song, and then it'll carry over into a few things merging down the following day to write that second song. So we need to get them both written quickly and then spend the rest of the week practicing the 2 new songs. And so we head into one final day of practice with Sense the Transport and We Saw being maxed out, and practicing 2 songs will get us definitely more than 6 points. I don't know if they can get all the way up to 100. 96 and 93, all 4 are maxed out now. Okay, now, after seeing Scott's band last night, they are asking us to join them for an upcoming gig, which will happen on Saturday. So we would have a show Friday and Saturday, and this one, nope. It requires 9 songs. We do not have 9 songs. We will not have 9 songs. We're going to have to say no. But we do have 4 ready to perform. They're not bad. They're not good. Okay, that's still not good quality. And that's still not high difficulty. but it's definitely a starting point, and it gets us outside of the range of them being awful. Now, in January, 2 of these songs had ideas that were pretty popular. At least they're all neutral now, so we're not going to have anything negative on that. I know we messed up our busking drum here pretty bad. It's not that bad, but let's get that fixed. With all the tasks for the week, job-wise, side job-wise, taken care of, we now find ourselves ready to busk for the first time in a while. Actually, second time, right? We did one this episode. $144, 200 XP for all, and we have 5 shows to choose from. I think the ideas seem to be coming out the same no matter where you go, but the Lonely Hope is somewhere I don't think we've been. Is it a concert venue, or is it... Ooh, and this is where we have our gig Friday. Well, let's go check it out then. Yeah, capacity is 700, and our first show is going to be here. That's wild. There we are. No reputation. These guys don't want us to be in there. We just lucked out. Now let's go ahead and go to the stage door. Yeah, there's that instrumental tip again. Five new song ideas for the group as a whole. First little bit of venue, relationship, good amount of inspiration from tonight's show. New place, I guess. Before I merge anything for today, I want to be intentional about the merge in that our best rhythm, right? Difficulty is 18, quality is 10. I need to get this into one of the 2 songs that we're going to write over the next 2 days. And it's a squared off connection to the lyrics. So I need to make sure that I have a lyrics at 15 or better that has a squared off edge, and those all start from here. It's all from Enrico, and there's one. We've got war at 15, or I can get liberty or socialism, which none of those are happening right now, right? This is all going to be, we don't know how long those are going to stay the same anyway. Ideas change. We do have a 15 though, so it's going to be a song about war. I used 30 points. But we have our first 20. Desmond has his first 10. And that's it for today. There's still a few ideas there floating around, ready to merge, but it's time to construct a song. And we already know that we're going to start here and then here, if we can. That's already given us 25 song quality and a decent amount of difficulty. Let's see what we can roll with it. I think we have a few more riffs than melodies, so what do we have? Quality matters more, I think, at this stage. That's already 31 on song quality. So what can we do? We can get a riff with a decent amount of quality in there. A 37-29. It's not great, but it's a lot better than what we were working with a couple weeks ago when we finished the other songs. So currently we have 3 on high energy, 1 on medium. I think we definitely, in these last 2, we might want to get both of them at high, but at least one of them. So we'll start with 1 on high. So a 37-29, and it's all Enrico and myself. Carmen Saavedra from the band Irritating Person. We've seen them once or twice is all, and yet they are already reaching out to us. This is 6 songs at a 500 capacity place. They do not have much popularity themselves. It's at the Shaven Oil, Saturday, March 4th. That's a little ways out. It's an opening slot, but there's 0 pay with it at 500 capacity. That's probably a pretty good bonus for us. I'm gonna go ahead and book it. No upfront pay, but that's a opportunity to expand our audience, our popularity. So I'll take that. All right, new week, new set of jobs.
Hey, you look familiar.
Reputation
next gig?
13. We're at the look familiar part. Only $200, but that is okay. I think we're good for taking this one. Let's just hope that it pays out decently on the XP. Yeah, 50 XP is all we got though. At least it was a simple enough job. Only took me seconds to complete. Okay, idea development. We should, in theory, be able to get everything merged down. Alright, that is everything merged down now that we can. So all those new ideas are brought in. Now, in terms of a riff, myself and Enrico are the only ones with a 6. So I think we want to start with the high difficulty one there and go on that. I think I'd love to try to get some others involved. I can provide us a 6 and 11, but Mackenzie can give us a 6-12. So there you go. We definitely want to get that one in. I think we're a little more flexible on lyrics. So let's try to see what we could do. Melody, 3 6s gives us an 18, and high song difficulty, 45. Lyrics, we can get Enrico in on a 15. So a 33-45. I think that might actually be our best song yet. It's definitely higher on song difficulty. Song quality, it's similar to a lot of others. And I'm going to go medium energy on this one and call it They Search. We got 3 band members at least involved in that. That's a little bit better. As we push forward into Monday, the whole rest of this week is going to be practice. We're going to get 4 days of practice in until we have our first show. But it's only 2 songs, so we won't get 6 points a day. But if we get 10, we're still only going to be about 40 on play skill. So let's hope for a little more, something like a dozen. But we'll see how that goes. We still have a task to go do for the day, but we'll wait for next time. We have our first show coming. Our song list for now looks like this. And yeah, difficulty-wise, huge boost. That is a big jump. That is our most difficult song yet. And the 2 new songs are our 2 highest quality. So we have 2 medium energy, 4 high energy songs. That should work the crowd just fine. Difficulty wise is anywhere from a 26 to a 45, and quality wise 25 to 37 is our range right now. It's not great, but it's enough to not sound awful and be booed off stage. I've been to a concert where we very much booed a band that was so bad off stage, collectively, as a whole, and I was not the one who threw the shoe at the drummer's head, square between the eyes, knocking him back off the pedestal, making his kit scatter across the stage before they then sprinted off. But I guess that's what happens when you open for Beck at the Salem Armory in the mid-90s. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm the Decathlon Neighbor. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.